Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photography talks. So today I want to talk about Chase Jarvis's famous line, "The best camera is the one you have with you." And I disagree. I would rephrase that and say the best camera is the best one that you thought to bring with you based on what you needed to do with it as a photographer. So if you're looking to shoot a picture of the moon and you have your phone, that's not the best camera you have just because it's the only camera you have with you. That's a terrible camera for shooting the moon. And that sensibility makes it seem like it doesn't matter what you shoot with. Just be a photographer by carrying anything. Your phone counts. But does your phone really count when it comes to making a portrait? Is it really what you want to use to shoot with a 28mm lens? I guess some of the newer iPhones have different lenses now, and then they try to fake blur the background. But the point is, if you're shooting a portrait, why not bring your portrait camera? Why not bring a camera with a 105 or a 180mm lens and really create the separation and use that compression to make their face look good? It doesn't have to be all that difficult, but it's almost like a sloppy good enough world where, you know what, it's good enough. And I think that digital has made a lot of people into it's good enough. I could hire a photographer to do a good job with this, but this will be good enough. Or I could get somebody professional to do this, but this will be good enough. I'll just do it with my phone. And that sense of good enough carries over to, I don't feel like carrying my camera. Well, then you're going to create good enough pictures, and they're not even going to be good because they're not the right tool for the job. So the best camera isn't the one you have with you. The best camera is the best one for the job that you were smart enough to bring and think through and say, I'm going to bring, because we're not just snap shooters, we're photographers. Maybe that's who he's talking to. I'm talking about photographers. And it's not good enough when you say, I didn't really bring anything, here's my phone. Well, that's not good enough. You just failed in creating the right tool for the job. You needed a hammer and you brought a wrench and you're whacking at the nail with a wrench. It's just not the right tool. And yeah, it'll eventually push the nail in, but it's a wrench. So I don't subscribe to the idea that anything is good. Whatever you have with you, that's good. No, it's not. Carry the camera you want to bring. Bring a camera everywhere you go. If it has to be a small point and shoot, I recently took a 120 folder and it was able to fit in the front of my pants pocket. If I can carry a 120 camera in my pants pocket, I can take a 120 camera everywhere. If I can take a 35 Leica 3F with a collapsible lens in my front pants pocket, I can take a 35mm camera anywhere. I can't say I don't feel like carrying it. If I am going out and I'm going to take street photos, I'm taking a Nikon with a 20 or a Leica with a 21, and I'm going to go out and take street photos with a lens, the kind I like to use and that I have quick control over. If I'm going out to shoot portraits of friends, I'm going to maybe bring that 51.2 or a 105-25 because I want to create portraits with the lens that's good for creating portraits. And it's not just about, well, it's just good enough. And I think overall, we've created a digital world where good enough has come to be acceptable. And I don't want to be good enough in anything. I want to be great at what I do, and I want to present things that are separate from the masses because I don't think the masses are making great work all the time. And even if they're popular on Instagram, that's just because they've got a lot of friends and they know how to use colors and maybe a little bit of skin to get attention. And the truth is, we have no curation right now. There is no curation at all. Anybody can put a picture on the gallery wall, and it's like a curator makes it so that there's actually somebody with a gatekeeping entity making it so that everybody can't be on the gallery wall. And just because you're popular doesn't make you good. Just because you're popular and you get businesses to want to have you take photos for them so that they can connect to your audience, they're not interested in your photography, they just want your audience. You're just like a Pied Piper. If anybody can get 100,000 people walking behind them, advertisers will line up and say, okay, we just want those people. The minute that you lose those people, they'll drop you because they have no interest in you. They just want those people. But to do good work, it isn't about just how many likes can you get, or what can you do to make it easy? Who said photography has to be easy to be good? And why can't it be a little bit more difficult if it means you have to carry a bigger camera? Well, then carry the camera. Carry the right tool for the job. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. And thanks so much for watching. I look forward to talking with you every week. Here's the good light.